Deku, you made it! Deku, you made it! What is up? It's your boy Infrar-Ed and welcome to the Scott Reporters. Today I bring you an anime review of Boku no Hero Academia, episode 4. Man, it is episodes like this. See, episodes like this is why I'm filled with so much hype for this series, why I love this series so much. Just the morals, the moments, and the things that are put into this series. Like, if you ever just wanted to inspire to do anything, just to see it come into fruition, just seeing it being done, just seeing the struggle that Izuku has gone through, and for it to all finally pay off as our boy has finally got into UA. Yes! Clap it up for this episode. Phenomenal. Just like I said about JoJo, I don't need to tell you that it's a good episode because every episode of this series is going to be good. It's definitely going to be anime of the season. I'm betting on that. But without further ado, let's get down to the breakdown of this phenomenal episode. So we start off with Deku seeing Ashiko across, the brown-haired girl that he met at the beginning of, or around the middle of last episode, who stopped him from falling. He sees her across the way. So he was about to go and actually, say thank you for stopping me from busting my ass in front of everybody. However, before he gets to do that, he is stopped by Eaze, the guy with the glasses, who's saying, get away from her. You're going to break her focus right now if you go bother her before this test starts, which is really important. So he stops him from doing that. And next we begin, as the gates begin to open, we begin to start the test as we are told the rules once more, as we let know that it's going to be only 10 minutes and you have to rack up as many points as possible against these robots. So everybody's at the starting gate, they're ready to go. However, as soon as the gate goes off, everybody explodes ahead. Deku's still behind because he's still trying to figure out how he's going to get through this and how he's going to use his ability, because he just got the ability from All Might no more than 2 hours ago. You get a flashback of All Might and Deku when they were training, and All Might gave him the piece of hair that he was supposed to eat. And he told him that in about an hour or two, he should start to feel the effects of All for One. However, it takes a great toll on the body, especially an untrained body like Deku has right now. So now we're into the fray, we're in the city with the robots and everything, and a robot with a number 1, because it's only worth 1 point, lands in front of Deku, and he is so scared right now, he doesn't know what to do. He's literally shaking in his boots. As we see a kid with a thick French accent, he puts his arms behind his back and shoots a beam out of his navel and destroys the robot. And he tells him, "Thank you for the distraction. We won't see each other again." Yeah, right. If you pay attention to the intro, you see this guy as one of the students. But anyway, Deku also has a reputation, unfortunately, at UA as being the kid who fell on his face, or almost fell on his face, as soon as everybody got to the school. So no one's worried about him either. I mean, he's the last person, because everybody's ran ahead, and he's the last person to get to everything, and he's scared. He doesn't know how to use his ability, so he's not doing anything. He's on nobody's radar at this point. Time is starting to run out, as I don't remember the exact time, but I think we only have 5 or 6 minutes at this point. And everybody is racking up points right now, except Deku, who is still at 0 right now. He sees Ashiko, and she's doing her thing, as she's just going through touching the robots and making them go up in the air. See, her quirk is the ability to give anything that she touches 0 gravity. So she's touching the robots, making them go up in the air. Then she's doing the release, making them fall, causing them to crash. And she's actually racked up 28 points. We see Iida as well. He's speeding through, and as you notice, he has like some jets on his legs, so it gives him really fast speed. And he's knocking these robots down with hard kicks from his ability. And he actually has 45 points, so he's doing really damn good. Now at this point, we see the committee seeing what's going on outside, and they decide to shake things up a bit as they send down a huge robot. This robot is like tall as over the cities, and this is the robot that they say is only worth 0 points. They say it's just there for an obstacle. If you see it, get out the way. And it is wrecking the city, it's tearing things down. Everybody's running away from this point. And we only have 1 minute at this point as well. So as everybody's running away, Deku notices that Ashiko is actually trapped by the leg in some rocks and she can't move. So everybody's running away, and once again, our boy Deku rushes into the scene to save her, knowing that he only has 1 minute left. knowing that he has no points, and it is here that we finally get to see this animated as red energy surges through the legs and the veins of Deku as he bursts up into the air at almost Superman type speed and does his own smash, hitting right into the robot, causing it to topple back and actually explode. However, as we've been told multiple times at this point, using all for one takes a tremendous toll on one's body. At this point, Deku's up in the air, Story's up in the air. However, using the ability has broken both his legs and his right arm as he's falling. Now, down at the bottom, again, time is running out and everybody's running for their lives. Ida did notice that while everybody was running away, Deku stayed behind and actually rushed in towards the danger to save Achiko. And he had a little bit of self-reflection to himself because he ran away and said, if this wasn't a test, I would have went back and saved her myself. But at the same time, he just realized what he said, and think about it. A hero is supposed to save people. They're supposed to be there to help people. And this kid that everybody deems worthless, once again for the second time, has went in and risked his life to go save someone else. So he thinks about it. He says this test is only based off of points, but that's not showing us being true heroes. It's just us showing off at this point. Something has to be up. But he just goes ahead and keeps running anyway. He doesn't go in and try to help. He just runs to the finish line. So Deku's falling and his arms and his legs are literally just like noodles right now as he's falling to his doom. And he thinks about using Detroit Smash to try to save himself. But at this point, he says, if I do that, then my body's going to be completely done. But it's better than being a pancake. Just as he's about to do this, we see Achiko get up and she desperately, because it's the only way she can get to him, gives him a slap to the face, and this activates her powers, causing him to have zero gravity, and she releases it just enough so he can land, and she saved him as well. So that ends our course. Time has run out. However, Deku has 0 points right now, so that's all there is to it. We fast forward a week later and we have Deku at home, and he's rightfully worried. I mean, he says he feels just by doing self-evaluation that he probably passed the written test. However, he didn't get any test on the trials that we had today. And he hasn't heard from All Might either, which gives him even more concern because he would have thought at the very least All Might would have contacted him and said something. So a little bit later in the day, he's with his mom and he actually gets a letter and he opens it up in his room, and it's actually a video message from All Might. And All Might says to him that, you know, it took him so long to get back to him because he was filling out paperwork because he's actually going to be a teacher at UA. Also, he tells our boy Deku that he has made it into UA. Woo! He's made it in. And here's why. Remember, he passed the written test, but he got 0 points on the trial. However, after the trial was over, Achiko went to the teachers and basically pled that he gets some of her points because she had about 40 or 45. And she said he risked his life for me. He went out and put his neck out on the line. He deserves something instead of a 0, even if the robot he did defeat wasn't worth anything. And here is where things kick in, because that actually did matter in the end. You see, just like I was saying with Ida noticed, that a hero is supposed to go out there, have the heart of a champion, and go out there and give everything to save everyone. And when it comes to having the heart of a champion, our boy Deku has that in tenfold. You see, that was a hidden point in the test, is not only are you based on your ability to take down threats, but your ability to save people as well. As Deku actually gained points for something called rescue points, giving him 60 points, which gives him almost the top score in the entire test, just by putting his life on the line and saving people, because after all, that's what heroes are supposed to do, right? They're supposed to save people. So with that being said, Deku is finally into UA Academy, and we finally get a speech from All Might, dropping the name saying, my boy, this is your Hero Academia, as he is welcoming the UA, ending our episode. And my God, people, this episode was phenomenal. The music is on point for this series. It just hits the right notes every time, and I can't wait to get the soundtrack for it. I can see where people are probably starting to get a little bit irritated with Deku crying, but think about it. Before all this happened, he was worthless. He had nothing. And see all his dreams come true, you guys would be tearing up too if something like that happened to you. So That's where it could hit some people at certain parts. Just like I was saying before, if you ever wanted to aspire to do anything, think about the joy and happiness that you finally had when you finally did it. That's what our main character is going through right now. I'd rather have him crying because he's accomplishing something than him crying for no reason because he's just a brat or because he's crying for friendship or something like we see in so many other shonens. And as I always say, this series is just when you think you got the answers, they're going to change the questions for you on this series. So look out. We get a preview of what's coming up next episode, which is actually going to be the entrance exams. So we're going to get to see some more characters flex their muscle. We're going to get to learn the rest of the robust cast. And yeah, that was it for the episode and the breakdown, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still as excited as I am? I know it's getting a lot of reputation as being One Punch Man right now, especially after what Deku did with the robot. But do you think it's on par with One Punch Man? Do you think it's better? Me personally, I think it's in a class of its own. But this series and the rate that it's going, I can tell you by being a manga reader, it's only going to get better. I put it in my top 3 right now, along with Tokyo Ghoul and One Piece, which shouldn't even be fair because One Piece is in a land of its own. So let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comments, and go ahead and drop a like if you like this video. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as I always bring you guys content that you can chew on almost every day at this point because it's just so much on. This is such a phenomenal anime season right now. Manga as well. Just on a note on manga, there will be no manga chapters this week because it's Golden Week in Japan. So everything is on break until next week. And I'll be bringing you guys a Re:Zero review later on as well. So Monday is the dead day. It won't be anything on Monday unless it's just something I decide to bring out. So that's it for the Scout Report. As I always say, guys, thank you for joining me. You can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me, and I really appreciate that. So on that note, it's your boy signing out, Infrar-Ed with the Scout Report. See you soon.